Good morning. This is the first time I've talked, so you'll just get whatever my voice comes up with. It's a little bit early for me. So I thought today I would play around with pinks and purples for an eyeshadow. I think that's really fun combo, honestly, for all of the seasons. For fall tones, I typically gravitate towards like warm golds, reds, browns, like all of that feels very fall to me, but I think pinks and purples feel fall too. So I think it'll be really awesome. All right, I'm using my mascara beauty palette. This is the mini double decker size. Okay, I'm using my Buffy brush. I like this dense brush because it, I feel like, has great coverage and is easy to apply. So I'm gonna put a little bit of my darker highlight color on. So I am putting this darker color on redness and my under eyes and right here around my nose. So this is amber now, and it goes all over my lower forehead. So I'm gonna use this side of my BSQUARED brush, the smaller side, and I'm gonna use a little bit of setting powder. I am going to go into contour now, and you'll start kind of seeing, I'm using henna, and so you just find your cheekbone. Those of you who may be scared of contouring, don't be afraid. So here's your cheekbone. You can feel it if you go to like the top of your ear and you find this bone, and you'll feel this bone, it kind of rounds down, and basically you just want to sit on the bottom of the rounded part here. Okay, so with this contour, you're just basically trying to push up against that bone, like right up underneath it. Stay as close to it as you can, but don't go on top of it and don't go too low. See how I'm just leaving this all alone? It's because I want to keep that kind of like hourglassy dimension to my cheekbone. So I'm just going to distribute this along. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit up here on my forehead. Henna is a little light for my forehead. So when I'm using henna, I kind of just create a tiny bit of a shadow and honestly kind of just put this up here for the texture of it, because then the Bella bronzer grabs onto it so much more. But I really do a little extra Bella on the top of my head when I'm using henna contour. Right, and same thing with my jaw. I don't go super crazy with the contour. All right, so nose contour, I just use the pointy side of the small end of the Buffy brush. So far with all of my highlighting and contouring, I've done it on this one double-ended brush. So I like this small rounded side because it kind of blends it as you're applying it. And the thing I'll say about your nose contour is don't press on your nose hardly at all. So just go lightly, tiny bit of product, touch, and like I'm barely touching my nose even at all. So you're just so lightly distributing that product on there, and then it kind of blends as it goes. So I'm gonna move forward into eyes now. So I'm going to put a little bit of this Mama all over my lid and up here. Okay, so now I am going to come in with this Kin, this deep purpley color, and I'm just gonna put it right here, just a tiny bit on that outer edge, just to deepen and create a tiny bit of a shape right there. Now I'm gonna switch and use this flatter, denser brush here called the Blend and Tap, and I'm gonna take this bigger brush and kind of protect my foundation. I don't want it to fall down onto my foundation at all. and I am going to be a little bit bold and put this on my eyelid. There we go. We have kin on our eyes. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch back to this fluffier brush that we had here, and I'm moving into the You Complete Me. And with this color, it's a little bit lighter. I'm just going to bridge the gap. Blending is the key to a really flawless eyeshadow look, in my opinion. So I use these tiny little swirls, and it makes a huge difference. So I'm just going to put the same color that we were just using right underneath my eyes here. All right, so now I'm gonna switch gears to do brows and a little bit of eyeliner, and then we will finish this thing up. So I use Kohl eyeshadow on my brows with the Know Your Angles brush, and I just create little tiny brush strokes. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take this color and put it here on my eyelid. All right, I'm gonna put a little tiny bit underneath and on top. So this is just the same color I've been using. Okay, this is just clear brow gel, and I just like to use it sometimes to fluff up my brows a little bit and to kind of paste them in place. All right, and now I'm going to put on mascara. I like Superhero from IT Cosmetics, but some people don't love it. It's just very chunky and bold. I'm going to do bronzer. So I love Bella. It's probably my favorite product out of all of them. It's the best. Just this warm, awesome glow. And if you wear nothing but mascara and you throw a little Bella on, your skin will just be like, ooh.
Like,
Literally makes that noise. And I put a little bit on my nose. I always put some on my neck too. Okay, so I'm gonna use Nude blush. I feel like it goes with this eye look and kind of creates just kind of a nice smoldery look. All right, so now I'm going to use Illuminator, and I'm using this one. It's called Starlet. Okay, I'm using Indigo contour. And then I am going to use a little bit of this Nude. I was debating. And that's the look. That's what we're gonna do. All right, I'm gonna hop off. Thanks for being here. Okay, well, love you guys. Bye.